Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMEGA4.
What's happening? What's going on? The GRG podcast is live. Only for a short time because you know what this is. You know what this is, ladies and gentlemen. This is Halo Weekend. I am not going to keep you guys long. There's no way in hell that I could bring guests and everything else when it's Halo Weekend. That's just not going to happen because you know what? I got to get to doing some playing and some streaming because it's Halo Weekend. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. Man, we have somebody that has not been here in over a year and a half because of they had to go travel the world. They had to go travel the world. We call AKA Where's Waldo. We still don't know this man's nationality. I seen that his mic was on. You know what I'm saying? We still waiting. I mean, the man has been a part of GRG for years now. But you know what? Operation Op is back. Can you hear us?
He's an evolved Pokemon now.
He's evolved Pokemon. He's an evolved Pokemon. So, Op, are you there? Oh, look at this man. This man forgot how to podcast. We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear everything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
We live. What's up?
Nope. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us? That man has come back from traveling around the world and forgot how to podcast.
There's a weird delay. Hold on.
Oh, man. Oh, Oh,
There you
man.
go. He needs to go ahead and involve his internet too.
Yeah, he needs to involve his internet. I mean, being on the world, living off of sap from trees and grubs and no telling what else. Like I said, I think Op is really Norwegian. I don't know what his nationality is yet, but
Wow.
we will find out. So once he had to pop out because he had to get his mic and stuff fixed. It's all right. It's
Yeah.
all right. But our boy Operations Ops is back. It's good to have him back. Anyway, once you get that taken care of, let's go on to the rest of the panel. Because it is extra short, which means we're going to be extra short on the show tonight, which is all right with me. Let's go, PK. What's happening, man? Happy birthday, brother, man. Last week, man, you was lit. I was trying to find out where you was. Man, you wouldn't let us know what happened. I was like, man, I want to come out there and kick it with y'all. But you was like, no, bro. This is private. So are you good and refreshed for tonight? What's happening?
Yeah, man. I mean, everything's cool, man. I ain't played Halo Infinite. I want to give that a shot. So I'm highly excited for sure. Just like you. Hopefully everybody out there in the chat, you guys are also excited, bro. Please go get it in. KMEGA just told me how to, if you didn't get your invite, how to get it on the Xbox. So definitely get it in, man. This is a good time to give this a try. I hear nothing but good things for the people who have played it, for sure.
No doubt. And if you guys out there, if you don't mind, man, go share this out. Let people know that we are live. It's not really a big deal. I know a lot of people are going to be playing some Halo. We will be playing Halo here in a little bit, but you can come and check us out a little bit later after the Halo event is over with, after 11 p.m. Well, Central Time. I don't know. I guess it will be, I think midnight for people out there on the West Coast. But regardless, other than that, let's get to the first lady of the second generation of GRG. What's going on, D? How you doing?
I'm doing well. It was a long week, but it is over. It is the first of the month.
Oh, yeah.
And I just had a delicious bagel. Delicious.
Delicious.
Bagels are so underrated. Run to that.
The bagel is underrated. The bagel is up there.
It is underrated.
It is very underrated. It is.
Okay, I'm not alone.
No. The bagel is underrated. I would say that people give the muffin too much love, and I would say the bagel should get more love than the
No, I'm gonna have to stop you there because the bagel, the muffin is usually just sweet, but the bagel can be sweet and savory. So I got to give love to both. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
All right. Okay. I mean, give love to it. I mean, but I'm thinking of it as a breakfast food because that's how I like my bagels or my muffin. Now, of course, there's like, like sweet muffins and stuff like that or whatever. But a bagel, I think of it as a nice breakfast food. Like I like to make it. I like sausage, egg, and cheese with my bagel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, all right. Anyway, let's get off of that.
All right.
So what's been going on? I love breakfast too. We're going to be talking about this every Friday night to get people to get started.
Super passionate, expressing with some moaning and groaning about some daggone bagels, yo.
Boy, breakfast
again.
food. Yes.
They're underrated.
Right. It's delicious.
About my bagels.
Delicious.
Still on Gears 5. Just downloaded Avengers on GamePass only because of Black Panther. So I'll be playing that soon.
I think you'll enjoy Avengers. I didn't when I first got it. I got it day one, and then I was like, it was buggy, it was a mess. I was like, and so I played a couple of hours of it, and I was like, well, I bought it. I'm committed now, so I'll just come back to it. And then once I came back to it, once they start talking about the Black Panther DLC, I seen that they have done a lot of improvements, and it was highly entertaining. So I think that you'll like it, especially you go through and you get done with the story mode and you want to play with friends. I think that you'll dig it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gotta let me know.
Thank you.
You gotta let me know.
Let
me know. And don't be saying my bad to Cali Rex. Cali Rex is gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? He wants some breakfast right now. He want a breakfast bagel, a muffin. Let's go. Anyway, all right. So
no,
let's go.
Cali Rex, no.
Yeah. All right. So, Op, are you here? Can you hear us? Are you ready?
I'm here. Am I square? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, brother.
Sometimes.
We can hear you. So, Op, where have you been? We know that you traveled the world, right? And we know that you've been gone for a year and a half. I don't know how you've been traveling. I don't know if you went by boat. we know damn sure that you didn't go by plane because, that means you would have been back by now. But you've been gone for about almost a year and a half, man. What tell us a little bit about your adventures, man. What you been doing?
Sorry, but that song came from the door. Me just surviving, trying to get when I can. The usual shit right at this point, but like other than that, I'm just trying to stay busy, bro. Trying to stay positive during this weird time during the world at this point. But yeah, but it's been pretty boring for me over here.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and as always, short, sweet, simple. So it is what it is. All right, so let's get to it.
A boring life, man. It is what it is.
It's the boring life, man. The man that traveled the world's got the boring life. I tell you. Me and Don, we can go ahead and get down. It's gonna be fun, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
There's two different ones, but there's only one in Big Team Battle right now, and it's the regular Warthog, but it seems like it kind of gets tore up pretty quick. But like I said, that's neither here nor there, but it feels amazing. Now the Ghost is a beast because now they put armor plating on the Ghost. And so that's my favorite vehicle. So that was all up my alley, but you do feel like you're a tank. And there are ways to kill it, to destroy it. But, you might have to have a special weapon or you might have to have an overshield, something like that, hit it with a hammer. But overall, just trying to shoot it like you used to in the previous Halos and just take it down, it's a lot harder. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be people that's going to beg for it to be nerfed a little bit. Me, myself, like I don't know if they're prairie dogs or if they're possums. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're alien looking something. And you can shoot them and you can kill them if you want to. But I mean, they're a family. But anyway, I had to shoot just to make sure that what I was actually seeing some wildlife. So which actually gives me an idea of thinking that there might be more wildlife to be in the game when the game actually drops on different levels, which would be really cool because if you go back to the very first the very beginning when they showed that they were working on Halo Infinite, they showed like these rhinoceros and some kind of big buffalo looking things out there. That would be really cool if they started implementing and showing different wildlife because it really never made no sense. You be on foreign land or a different world and then you don't see any wildlife. Of course, that's not what, some people would tell you, well, that's not the whole reason why I want to play a Halo game, but it's just a good, cool added feature just to show like, look, they could process enough, they got enough processing power so they could just implement that. So I think that that's really cool. Right. Guns feel good.
They confirmed that it will be wildlife in the campaign, but unfortunately they're not going to be hostile. So you lose some target practice, go ahead, bro. They're going to fight back. Just letting you know.
Oh, that'd be great.
So what's the gunplay compared to Destiny?
Oh, the gunplay is 10 times more solid because Destiny is.
Well, I'm not saying better, just more like a comparison so I get an idea.
There's no auto aim, if that's what you're looking at. Destiny has auto aim. No. This doesn't have auto aim. But the shooting feels good. The pistols, like you can set your settings to however you want to, if you want it to be more sensitive or less sensitive. Sometimes my pistol game could be on point and perfect. Sometimes it's not. I might be a little jerky. But just for playing grabbing the needler, that feels good. There's this one gun. I hated it at first. It was called the Heat Wave. It shoots this like hot plasma, but after I figured out how to shoot it, now I love it because it actually can damage it could damage vehicles. It can kill multiple enemies if they're weak. And it only takes 2 shots to kill the enemy. But the one problem is that it's useless if you hold in charge to shoot the weapon. It doesn't really. I don't even know what its main purpose is. I think it's maybe for just to weaken like some enemies. So like if there's a pack of them, you can shoot it and it'll spread out, and then you could just take out enemies that way, or have your team take out some enemies with a different gun. But there's some real cool grenades. The abilities in the game is incredible. I call the repulsor Wonder Woman bracelets because you can use it to deflect damn near anything, even vehicles. And there's really cool stuff that you could do with it as well. Like the one thing I loved in Halo 5 was the ground pound. But if, like, let's say you jump off of
I like that too.
Yeah, but it's not in Halo 5 right now. I mean, Halo Infinite right now. Hopefully they'll add it in as an ability, but don't know. But
the shoulder charge is going too.
The thrusters are BR.
That's actually viable now.
Yeah, it's viable. Even the little alien gun, just a little starter gun, you can actually use it to harm to do. They call it. Well, there's different ways that they call it, but I call it the booger combo.
I mean, the one that you charge and then punch.
Yeah, the plasma shot. Yeah. You charge it. The plasma pistol, and then you shoot it, and then you can pull out your BR, or you pull out another weapon and get to work because it's already taking down their shield. So there's really cool ways to combo. Everybody's in love with the Bungie line, which is really cool. There's a lot of effective ways. If people knock you off the edge, you can use it to jump back on the ledge. There's just so many different things that you can use these abilities for. And then there's these new grenades that are I would say that they're new because I haven't ever really used them. There's these they're like full of electricity, and you throw them out there. They slow down vehicles. They can shoot
EMP
out
grenades.
Yeah, somewhat like an EMP. It's a little bit different, like a shot grenade. You could throw it out there, and then, like, let's say there's 3 or 4 enemies there. It can shock all 4 of them, and if they're weak enough, it'll kill them. But their shields are completely gone, and you could try to wipe that team out with that. Like I said, it'll stop vehicles. Of course, they got the old school plasma grenades, which I call them the sizzlines. And the one thing I say, the one thing that I say that is beautiful with this one compared to Halo 5, because the Halo 5 throwing grenade thing was awful. It was atrocious. But in here, it is, man, you can throw the perfect grenade and it feels so good. It feels really good. So I'm having a great time playing it. They did something that I've been saying that I was hoping for them to do, is where they took everything from Halo, from all the Halos, and they put it into one package. And that's exactly what they're doing with this. And I love that. Just like what they bring in the run, the clamor. The run is not as fast as it was in Halo 5, but that's only because, they were trying to cater to the people who don't like, but they can just power walk. But when you're on big levels, like a big team battle, you're going to run. Doesn't make any sense not to. And then, of course, there's people that could just use find a grappling hook, and they could just use the grappling hook and kind of just take themselves.
It's a pickup item.
Yeah, it's a pickup item. And then the repulsor, which I call the Wonder Woman the bracelets. That thing, that's my favorite. That is my favorite ability. That's my favorite pickup item right there. But then they also got a shield. On that level 2, there's a hidden area where you can go and have your AI go hack this door. I recorded it, but for some reason the sound was messed up. But you can go in there and you can get like some really powerful weapons, and snipers or whatever. You could get drops. There's this new sonar ability too. So like if there's a pack of enemies and you don't know where they are because they're hidden, you can shoot that out. It's really cool. The game is really, really smooth. So it's really something to look forward to tonight and this weekend. So for the people who haven't got a chance to play it. So anybody got anything they want to say?
It sounds cool, man.
Right.
That's all I was looking for is evolution, right?
Yeah.
I just want to see an advancement.
Yeah. No, it is definitely.
I mean, it's not that I have a problem with how. Halo is always fun. However, FPSs have evolved, and new techniques and advanced. You just want it to not really be like them, but adapt what works. You don't want it to feel like an ancient Halo. I know a lot of people want it that way, but they need to get past this, because let's be real, the most played games is the ones that have the more advanced FPS options, right?
Right. And that's the one thing that I was hoping that they do, because you don't want to go backwards with Halo. What you want to do is go forward. And I know that there's been some people that say that they don't like the battle pass. That's tough. That's tough shit because battle pass is in damn near every multiplayer game right now, even in sports games. That is
I really think it's just for free. Like you don't understand. Like this
right.
is basic economics.
This is in Pokemon Unite.
I don't get
it.
Right. Yeah.
Battle Pass and everything.
Yeah.
If you want to blame somebody, blame Call of Duty. There you go.
Absolutely, because Call of Duty, it's the most popular shooter out there right now, and it's or one of them out there. Because I mean, you got Fortnite. That's actually, I believe, that's more popular, but. Yeah, I mean, but that even has a battle pass. Battle pass is in everything. So if they, you know for a fact, if they slap free to play on anything, there's going to be a battle pass, and that's not even to say if you pay for something, you're still going to have the option of battle pass, and that's just the reality of it. These companies are here to make money, and the only thing that I think we care about is do we have a choice? Do we have to spend? Because if we have to spend in order for us to progress, then that's a fail. Or if there's a play to win, then that's a fail as well. So. But yeah, no, that's.
I don't think they'll do anything like that.
No, they're not doing anything like that. No, it's they let you tinker with the battle pass within the game, and you can get to level 30. You can max your character out to level 30, and then you can get some cool items. I don't know if this progress will be transferred over. I've heard it could, but I have no idea. I've heard like two different scenarios that if you did get to level 30, then you will get something special for it. But if you didn't, but your progress won't go over. And then I've heard people saying, well, some of your progress will be moved over. It's crazy. I don't know. However it's going to be, it's going to be. I just enjoy the hell out of playing it. That's just me. So, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. That get a chance. I know you played a little bit of it, because we played a little bit together. So, but yeah. All right. Well, that was quick because I was just doing the most of the talking. All right. Let's get to PlayStation. Never talked about PlayStation here. We was talking mostly about, well, we talk about PlayStation every week. So what am I talking about? They have got some. They've picked up on some studios. A lot of people were saying that Sony was going to be a little bit silent. They have been silent. There were rumors that was going across from the very beginning of last year that they were going to get at least one of these studios or something. There were big talk of them even trying to get Bethesda or 2K Games or something where someone of that ilk. But they have picked up a couple of studios. A matter of fact, if you go back and you look at their history, they've been picking up on just more than just gaming studios. They've been acquiring a lot of things since 2018. I mean, last year they picked up Evo. They've picked up some stuff for their. They picked up Nix, which is the studio that's going to be helping their games being converted over to the PC. They also picked up acquired some things for their music and for their movie divisions. And so now they have picked up a couple of studios, which of course they picked up Insomniac, but they picked up Bluepoint. This was something that was rumored here last year when we see the Dark Souls, but now it's official. And I want to get you guys' thoughts about that. So let's go straight to D. What is your initial thoughts about this? Is this a big deal? I know that there's been some capping going on the internet as usual. It never fails, never stops. But they're saying that this Bluepoint is probably better than Xbox picking up Ninja Theory or the Initiative. How big do you think that Bluepoint is for Sony, and do you think that Bluepoint is on those levels of Ninja Theory and the Initiative?
Well, you're 100% correct. There's a lot of conversation about the acquisitions and which ones have more gravity than others. I don't know. I don't me personally, I still feel like, hey, it's cool that you acquired a company, because acquiring a company is not like easy peasy. Like a lot goes into it, a lot of negotiation and things like that. And of course, money that has to be spent. But I don't know. We're seeing. I'm personally seeing. I shouldn't say we, but I feel like we're seeing a lot of the same actions, but different reactions. And what I mean by that is, this month, well, no, not this month, we're not October, but this week, the end of September, this month made a year that Bethesda got acquired by, your GamePass question. Sorry. Got acquired by Xbox.
Was that a GamePass commercial in the background?
It sounded like it.
No, that is my Alexa device reminding me to check my GamePass quests.
Oh.
I can be a little forgetful sometimes, so every night I have certain reminders on my Alexa devices. It's really, really loud. So sorry. But
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Bluepoint, I feel like, it's good. They've been working closely together, just like Insomniac, they were working closely together. But I don't see it being of the same weight. Not saying it's better or worse, I just don't think it's of the same weight, because if I am not mistaken, and I could be, Bluepoint does mostly remakes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So basically, which I'm not saying remakes don't have a market. They definitely do, whether it's a game I like or have played or not. But a remake is not a new game. And I'm tired of having this conversation about a remake not being a new game. Point blank. So I don't feel it's the same gravity as Bethesda, to answer your question. Excuse me, ZeniMax, because it's not just Bethesda. I made that mistake. Because when Microsoft spent $7 billion, there are new IPs coming out of that. There are new things coming out of that. Ninja Theory, all these other companies, they may release a remaster, a definitive edition, which again is cool because there's a market for it. But Bluepoint specializes in remakes, which means everything that they're going to be doing, as far as we know thus far, has already been done. And, some people may disagree with that, because a lot of people that I'm cool with were like, yeah, Demon's Souls was one of the PlayStation's launch titles. And I'm like, but that game was a remake. Like, it's a game you've already played. Which to me is funny that people will say, like, oh, remakes are just as important, but on the other side of their mouth are mad about Grand Theft 5 releasing for the third time, which I am too. Make no mistake. Like, I'm not giving Rockstar props.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah, I know Rain is stupid for that. Oh yeah, man.
That's it's if it's something you've already played, it's not a new game. Like, that's just what it is. So their craft is good, but I don't think it has the same weight. But of course, people are gonna have their own opinions, thoughts, and passions about it. I feel like it's like acquisition delay season right now. This might be the last bit of news for the year. We'll see, but I don't think it has the same weight. But that doesn't mean it's better or worse off. It just does different things, and the different thing that it does is remaking games that are already made, like already available and have already been played. So
yeah, no doubt about it.
If they bring out new IPs, cool. I just personally hadn't heard of it.
Alexa must have got her. Oh, okay.
She got body snatched.
New IPs, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's fruitful for them. As another PlayStation studio, the same way I think ZeniMax is going to be, and Ninja Theory is going to be fruitful.
Okay, you're breaking up a little bit. You popped out, and then you popped back in. So we didn't get to hear what the last point that you made. But let me get to these super chats. Let me see. 108 Dragons, man. Appreciate it, man. He said, Sony playing it safe with their purchases. Facts. I do agree with that. That was going to be I was going to wait till everybody else had to make their points, but that is one of my stances right there as well about Bluepoint. And then man, right here, man, Harris, brother, man, thank you so much, man. That is that's there ain't too many pinks or purple. I don't even know what kind of color that is get dropped out in here, but man, that is amazing, brother, man. Thank you so much, man. Definitely appreciate it.
Hey, Paris, since you out there dropping these big old super chats, why don't you go ahead and drop some Game Pass subs out there in the chat? Get some people up in.
Hey man, it's all good, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Paris, man. Lockhart, man. That's we got to get you on the show sometime, man. I know that you got a busy schedule of stuff, what you do and everything, but man, definitely appreciate it. But he says, giant pear character waving flags and turning around. Oh no, never mind. That's not what you're saying. That's what the picture is. I was reading it from a different little thing, so I thought you was trying to look and see if you said anything. Oh yeah, you did say something. You says, keep up the great work, y'all. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. And then also, Abacab said Bluepoint is actually working on a new IP, which I was going to address as well. But D, could you go ahead and finish your last point? Because like I said, you broke it. You came in and then you came out. So what was your last point that you were saying at the end?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Sorry, my headset disconnected for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we know.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So what was
what's happening?
What was your last point that you said at the end? Because like I said, you cut out. So
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right, that's okay. That's okay. It's just that we start talking about breakfast and then your mind went left. That's all good.
It's Halo time. That's what that is.
That's what it is. It's Halo time. All right, so let's go.
That is.
Let me go to
my bad.
Let me go. Okay. Oh well, hold on before
Hip hop is there.
Yeah. Let me go to let me go ahead and read this super chat from Lemon from 108. He says anyone that said this is bigger than Ninja Theory is DUMB. All they do is make remakes while Ninja Theory makes games. It's nowhere the Insomniac deal. No, that is absolutely the facts. That is the truth. No doubt. No doubt about that. That is 100% facts. Yeah, man. Thank you, 108. All right. So PK, your thoughts, man. Is it? I mean, because like I said, the internet is always capping about something, but they were saying that this was bigger than Ninja Theory. This is bigger than the initiative. There was even some that went out and said that this pickup right here was more significant than the ZeniMax deal. I didn't even want to bring it up, but I mean, but I had to. I just had to. So, how big is this for Sony for one? But is it that big? Is it ZeniMax or is it? That. Come on, man.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's not about comparing, right?
Right.
I'm not comparing these things. I mean, Sony is doing a good thing. They following their business model. They trying to partner with people they already had a relationship with, which makes sense, especially how they do business. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a comparison. I mean, people who want to compare, they just out there just want to start some dumb conversation about something that they don't own or pay for. So, it's kind of like, don't pay them no mind. We want Sony to compete because, competition is what got Xbox in the position it's at now. And we want that to continue. We want people to, we want companies to come and show out. Let's be real. Who out there in the chat don't want Nintendo to compete? Finally step up. Who don't want to see a competition drive Nintendo to start forcing themselves to innovate? Mm-hmm. I'm sure everybody does. And that's what we want. So I think that's a great thing. However, you don't see Nintendo making these kind of purchases. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Why we keep comparing when we should be happy? Because we're the consumers. We're benefiting off of this.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it don't matter. that's a good thing that they're picking up people that they work close with, which means it makes an easy transition into making games for them. Rather, it is someone who can port games to PC or somebody that can make remakes or whatnot. It doesn't matter as long as the quality there and we got content. I mean, at the end of the day, it may not be for me, but it can be for the next man. All I'm saying is like, let's just drop all the comparison. I think it's a great pickup for them because, like I said, they got the relationship. I mean, that's what Microsoft does, right? I mean, Bethesda, there was a relationship for a long time. That's why I made it easy. That's why I wish it was a Sega situation because there's a relationship there. However, I take what we could get and we gonna keep it moving. But for Sony, it's just like it's just a matter of time when they're gonna be able to come with some more new stuff that we haven't seen before. They got a lot of great talent there. It wouldn't be a big deal. Like people wouldn't make this a big deal if it wasn't. I'm not saying it's better because I can't say that. That doesn't make sense to even compare. Because let's be real. I give you an example. Pokemon Unite is one of the most popular games out right now. I don't care what nobody say. 9 million people is playing that game right now. Only been out a month and a half. However, the people who developed the game is Tencent.
Right.
They're not the best developers in the world. Nobody's talking about complaining comparing them to any other. So yeah, Nintendo does do 60 frames actually, Paulie. The Switch has probably more 60 frame games than the Xbox One and PS4 put together. But without getting into that, I think the pickup for PlayStation is the thing. We need to give them their credit where it's due, and let's see what happens. Let's let them get popping with this. I mean, because other than that, people are just going to complain. Oh, it's another Last of Us. It's another. Well, we don't know what these cats are going to bring to the table. But I tell you what, whatever it is, they already been working on it.
Okay. All right. No doubt at all. Okay. What about you, Op? What is your thoughts, man? What do you think, man, about this Bluepoint acquisition? And do you think that this is that this studio is upper tier like Ninja Theory and the Inquisition?
Listen, man. Jim Dance with Ryan doesn't miss. Bro.
Oh, whoa! Like what? Yeah, man, you're not gonna come back and just be messy. Why are you coming
exactly back? Where he going?
Whoa!
The irony of his purpose, bro.
Oh,
the irony of
man,
purpose, bro. It's like the funniest thing, bro, I've ever seen, bro. The old games don't matter, bro. So who wants to play on the old games to buy a studio that is damn near dead can make an old games, bro? Like, come on, bro. You can't pass on that, bro. You can't pass on irony of that situation, man.
No. I just wasn't expecting. I thought you was going to be calm, smooth, cool, collected. I didn't think you was just going to come straight out and just start. Okay, well that's fine. All right, well, welcome back home. All right, well, go ahead, continue, please.
No, I just find it hilarious. Like the Curse of Crap gamer just bled over to like a Fortune 500 company at this point. Like, bro, you can't take a bigger L than that, bro. You buy a studio or co-sign and buy a studio. That's dead or they can make old games, bro. At this point, you can't wiggle around that, man. Like, come on, bro. That's just hilarious. But back to the real topic. As far as being compared to Ninja Theory and what was Double Fine other studios, I don't know. I don't think it's a fair comparison because most of their work in the past has been copy and paste. To put it as simply as possible, it's been copy and paste with revisions here and there at this point. So I don't think it's really fair compared to any other studio at this point. Let's see what they do on their own with this new IP that they're allegedly making. Let's judge them off of that going forward. But like, I would compare it to like Double Fine, or especially Ninja Theory, not the pedigree Ninja Theory has at this point. Like, that's the insult right there. Ninja Theory, just you mentioned both in the same sentence, bro. Like, come on, this is some goofy shit right now. People do on the internet. Like, I get it. Like, you get rid of your plastic box, but let that shit go, bro. Something else ain't worth taking, man. It's like it's just no. It's not, bro. It's not, bro. Just let it go, bro. Just go outside, bro. Get some McDonald's, bro. Just chill, bro. It's fall season, bro. Feel real nice outside, man. But Yeah, bro. People are goofy. I would not compare it to Ninja Studio. That's just stupid to me. But
well, that's just how people work. I mean, that's just what they do.
Yep.
Yeah, they're out here to get people's in their feelings.
Yeah, like I mean that because that's
That
like
themselves.
I mean that's kind of like to put into perspective, saying that Double Fine is better than Insomniac. It's not. No, they're not. They're really good. Double Fine is very talented, but they haven't made a game to the scale of what Insomniac has
Don't
done.
need to. They do what works for them.
Right.
And that's kind of what I'm saying.
That's the point. Right. That's it. It's not like now the narrative has changed so much within the gaming community. Like at one time it was like, man, you just want Xbox to get studios. You want to have them to have game studios. Now it's turned into where now Xbox has to have studios that's comparable to Naughty Dog.
Well, I mean, but who sets that precedence? The goalposts will always move.
Right.
So it won't matter because they're just going to say it's not. Even if it is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
All I'm saying is
per year
we about to play Halo, and you tell me what game that Sony has made that cost $500 million to make.
Oh, nothing.
So why are we having this conversation? No, I'm just joking.
Well, I mean, I got what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just find it to be ridiculous. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just stop it, okay? We're not comparing. Won't get you nowhere because you're just gonna lose that argument. Is if you like it better, that's your preference. That's cool. But they're a developer. What games do you play that you like so much? I mean, this is kind of what I wanted to get into. So these frauds in these streets want to talk about the games they play, and they ain't got no records, no gameplay, no hours. I got more hours on one game than they do in their entire time in the whole year of 2021. Yo, you can't tell me, dog. I'm trying to say, like, oh, this game, you don't even play it. You don't play it. So why are we having this conversation? What games do you play that makes them so good? I'm not saying that they're bad, but let's be real. Where's the receipts? Because anybody could go look at mine. I tell you that now. I average 15 to 20,000 gamer score a month, and that's just on Xbox. We ain't even going on the other platforms. Don't play games with me.
Well, I definitely. No. Yeah, I mean, you just dragged them. That's horrible. I mean, listen. Can we just be civil this Friday night? That's all I'm asking.
Dude, I'm just asking. I'm asking a legit question.
Right.
How can you have an opinion on something you don't even play?
Man,
how you do that?
I don't know.
Anonymity.
Well,
you don't know who they are.
X.
Right.
Do that. You don't play the games. You know what you play. I could go on their list right now. The same games. Madden 2K
and Netflix.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. The same yearly releases.
YouTube.
But you don't see
Twitter.
You
Instagram.
do not see. Yes, they probably got more time on YouTube than we do. We are here content creators. We're content creators.
Yeah,
and they got more time.
I know they got more. I know they got more hours on than my content creating because they put in work every day. They are putting in work, man. They are not slowing down. I don't know, man. As for me, I just look at it as being ridiculous. I mean, I think what Lemon said was absolutely right. I mean, Sony is playing it smart. They know that they can't get into the big sprees like Tencent and the Empress Group and what Microsoft and what Amazon is doing. They can't compete with that.
They don't have to. They stay in their lane.
Right.
They stay in their lane and do what works for them. That's the thing.
Just like what Nintendo does. They stay in their lane. They do what they need to do. They know. This is another thing, too, that I don't know if people notice about why they picked up Bluepoint is because, there were gamers that wanted backwards compatibility. They thought that it was a good idea. Now they see another reason. No, I'm just saying. Hey, listen. That was a pretty strong but I didn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But that.
My bad. My bad.
You good. You good? You all right over there?
No, but go ahahead.
She done
Other Zinc is like, I'm done being civil.
She either stubbed her toe, or I must have said something so good that made her think about that bagel, breakfast bagel.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Anyway, so the thing over here is this: is that they the PlayStation gamers demanded that, to a point. Like, listen, IGN did a poll, all of that last year, and now having Bluepoint, they can bring all the remakes from all the classic PlayStation 1s, PlayStation 2, even PlayStation 3 games that they want. And they also even said that they're going to be bringing Twisted Metal back, and they're going to have the team that's the studio that's worked on the PlayStation All-Stars, which doesn't make any sense to me, because if you were going to have that team work on that All-Stars game, why not just have them start working on Twisted Metal? You see what I'm saying? And you know what, listen, I still feel bad about, regardless of what people may think about David Jaffe, God of War and this game and Twisted Metal are his babies. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to take it? I mean, God of War to Cory Barlog, okay, cool. But even Twisted Metal, like, Twisted Metal Black is one of the best arena shooters of all time, in my opinion. One of the best. One of the best. And you can't even hit up David Jaffe like, hey, man, let that man get some shine? Or at least let him be a correspondent. Now, he could be, but if you...
They own agenda, though.
But they have
that's
cold-blooded, man. I would be pissed off. But, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the gaming business like that,
hey,
so
you're
I
not
don't
wrong.
know. But
I'm just saying,
I mean, Twisted Metal, the Twisted Metal on PlayStation 3 was not it. Right, it wasn't it. But Twisted Metal 1 through Black were amazing. They were some of the best times I had in gaming. And Twisted Metal Black is definitely one of the best arena shooters out there. Period. Even to this day. As ugly as it looks like, because it hasn't been fixed or it doesn't look anywhere as good we play it now. But that game was so damn fun. It had so many Easter eggs. It had so many hidden gems. Just amazing. It had a dope ass story too. I thought the stories in Twisted Metal was dark and crazy. I don't know what this team could do. I'm sure that they're talented. Of course, Sony wouldn't pick them up. But I just think that, like, whoever greenlit, and I don't know if it was just one of the things, like, let's just see how good let's just see what their games look like in the wild, since they already been working on it. And then Sony just said, well, we'll just go ahead and we'll pick up the studio, and then we'll have them work on Twisted Metal. I got it, but it is what it is. But they're going to do this, and this is the other reason why they switched over from the games being called what they call them, remakes, to director's cuts. Because they're going to have the director's cuts for the PlayStation 4 games, and then they're going to have the remakes for PlayStation 1 through 3. So they're gonna find a way to get that money out of you through the single player experience, because they can't do it like with Gears or Halo or Forza, because their games are primarily not built to have those type of things to get microtransactions. So they're just going to charge you $60-$70 for these old titles, and then they're going to put them on PlayStation, on PC, and voila, there you go.
Yeah, what's hilarious about that, they do it and all that is, like, the name of itself plays into a meme of Sony games being like interactive movies at this point, bro. Like, they just walk into this shit at this point, bro. You can't do nothing but just laugh, bro. It's just crazy.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nuts. It's nuts, and you can see that right now. And so, right, and I think it's really positive for the PC gamer, because they finally get the chance to get these games on PC. But for a long-time PlayStation fan who's been asking for this, how about you just give us a sequel, or you just give us, something, like I've been asking for Legend of Legaia for forever. So now you got Bluepoint to take over and to maybe do something with it or whatever. That's cool, but you're going to be charging people $70 for it, and I don't know, man. How much of a remake it's going to be? I mean, just because the game looks pretty doesn't mean that it's going to be actually worth the $70. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a good acquisition for them. There's no doubt, and they are playing it safe. And they also picked up the studio, I think it's Fire Sprite, who does I think that's there for the VR, which we don't even know anything about the VR, and how much that's going to be and all of that. So I don't know. Sony is staying in their lane. They're doing what they're doing, but it's obvious that trying to make these quotes like organic and things like that just doesn't make any sense coming from them, because it's not. If you want to talk about what's organic, that's the initiative, because they're building, they're a brand new studio. They're working on an older game, but they're building it into their own way. And so that's organic, but Bluepoint isn't organic, neither is Insomniac. So it is kind of funny how they do these wordings. But anyway, let's move on. All right, so let's talk about the 30 million. All right, let's talk about the Game Pass 30 million. TGS was pretty interesting. We'll try to touch on, I guess, on both, but let's talk about the whole 30 million thing. If you haven't seen it, because it is now deleted, which is pretty suspicious, but it is deleted. There was some kind of, and I don't know where it actually came from. I think it was Yahoo News or something like Yahoo Business or something. And they had the I believe he was the CEO from Take-Two, and they had Phil Spencer, and they were both talking about games and things like that. And I haven't really watched all of it myself personally, just only the clip, so I can't go into all the logistics. Hopefully, you guys may have seen it, but when I went to go back to look and see if it was there, that's when I found out that it was deleted. But I did see the clip, and he was asking Phil, like, "Hey, are we at 30 million yet? We at 30 million, aren't we?" And Phil turned red. Like, usually Phil keeps the poker face, but he was like red, like, oh damn. And then so he said, "Well, the last time that we reported Game Pass numbers, it was at 18 million." Okay, so now that caused a whole bunch of course, you got Xbox gamers going crazy, like, yes, 30 million. Look at this. We told you. Then you have Jeff Grubb, who comes out and says, and what he says is also a rumor. It's basically saying that it's lower than 30 million. It's at like it dropped to 21 million. Then you got other people that comes out and they say, well, what didn't they just say that it was at 23 million right before Outriders came out? Because there were articles about that right around when Outriders came out, there was some articles that came out talking about that. So the big thing here is that we have no damn idea how many subscribers is on Game Pass. We don't have any clue. But this is why I'm going to the crew. Let me go to Operation Op on this first, man. What do you think, man? We're all in between here, man. Do you think Jeff Grubb is right saying that it's at 21 million? Do you think that why is it that you think that there could be a possibility that that they took the video down after they were just talking about it? Could it be do you have any theories behind that? What do you think? Where do you think actually Game Pass is at numbers wise, personally?
As far as I would trust Jeff Grubb on it, because like I guess what he's saying matched up with Microsoft deleting the video then in itself at this point. Because if it was true, they would have came out and said it. Because like we've seen in past Microsoft, when people like spoil shit for them, they'll actually own it up. They'll actually own up to it and actually say, "Hey, this is true. This is what happened." At this point, they keep moving forward, but they deleted it at this point. So I think it's not true because they wanted the narrative to get out there, say it's 30 million, and when they actually release new numbers, people were like, "Man, what the fuck, bro? This ain't what you say," but they never said in the first place. But you know how people act when they say something gets thrown out there, it is never confirmed, but they expect it to be true at this point. So I think that's what's going on. So it being around 21 or something million, I wouldn't be surprised by that. I can't remember the projections that we actually predicted back then when it announced 18 million, because I can't remember what it was before 18 million. I guess what they announced before 18 million.
It was 13.
How long it took to get to that point. It was 13?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember how long it took from to get to 13 to 18 million? I can't remember how long it took from to get to that point.
Wasn't that long? It was in about a year.
A year?
Maybe about a year or so. Because at that time, remember that's when the whole Xbox had no games. They have to put bangers out there to make people want to get Game Pass, and then once there was once I believe they showed the Xbox One at the VGAs, and then when people seen the Hellblade trailer and they seen Halo, then I think that's when everything started going crazy. And then by that time, they said it was around 18.
Gotcha. And I would say this year's been a quote unquote slower year for Xbox, even though we have plenty of games come from in Game Pass as well, are pretty good or quality games, I would say. But I guess as far as like something that's more noteworthy, I would say that is like that really get out there, get in front of people's eyes at this point. I don't think we had a really big games like that in Game Pass that has touched down yet at this point. So I'm not surprised by the numbers.
You crazy?
If it's around 20
you crazy?
Million.
You need to shut your mouth. That is not true.
Just, like games that actually made a really big splash.
Yes, a big splash. Big splash. What are you talking about? Scarlet Nexus just hit Game Pass, cuz. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm saying it has to make a big splash. Like
that is a big splash.
Scarlet Nexus is
Outriders was a big splash. That was a brand new IP. The stupid numbers is crazy.
I will say for Scarlet Nexus,
MLB The Show.
That's a game that should be nominated for Game of the Year. That's one of my Game of the Years.
Actually, Tales of Rise is better than that.
I know people tell me that stuff. Yeah, right.
That's the flagship. But yes,
but go ahead.
Scarlet Nexus is good.
But let Op continue.
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Welcome back.
We also remember what demographic of gamers these games appeal to as well. Like, yes, this could be a bigger audience because it could be a Game Pass, but at the end of the day, the backbone to support these games are the the Eastern crowd at this point. And it gets some because partially Western as well. So, yes, they made a big splash, but I don't think it's like enough to push Game Pass like that. But we don't know to announce anything at this point.
Okay. No, go ahead. Let the boy finish.
But yeah, I won't be surprised like around maybe 22, 23 million around this time around. But of course, it's going to spike when Halo drops at this point. We all know that.
All right,
so going to happen. So,
so now we've had this when Still Rain was here, and shout out to Still Rain. You know what I'm saying? Have to take care of that business work, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Much love to you and your boy Pong out there at Living Split Screen in the mornings. Go check them out. 10 a.m. Central Time. And also the ladies of GWG, go check them out too. They come on at I think it's 12. I think it's 12 Central Time. Yeah, Central Time. So, that's the Lord's time. So y'all make sure y'all check what the Central Times are.
It is not the Lord's time, but continue.
Disgusting Central Time.
Oh man. Am I the only one? Am I the only one on the show tonight that's all about that Central Time? Damn it, I am.
Hey.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's that fake time created to, so that you can remember what time it is.
Oh my!
It's all right though.
Anyway, okay, all right.
Everybody gotta have a North Star.
So, what was your okay? So we did a prediction about where we think Game Pass will be at the end of the year. Where do you think Game Pass will be? Since if you go by Jeff Grubb, or if you go by Phil Spencer by saying 18 million, or if you even go by what the CEO of Take-Two said, 30 million. Where do you think Xbox will be at by the end of the year? Game Pass subscribers.
I would say because it's kind of hard to count for Halo at this point because it always has big numbers at this point, but we never seen how it did a subscription service before because this will be a first time it's dropping day and date at this point. So if it's around 20 to 23 million is like currently right now, if what they say is true, then I will put it by the end of the year probably. I'm gonna be risky. I'm gonna say close to 30. I'm gonna say about maybe 20, 29 million by around the end of the year, just because of Halo at the end.
Okay. All right. Let me go. We got a crazy raid. All right. So yeah, go ahead. You will be hit. Yeah, there you go. All right. So all right. So you say say that again. Say that again because I heard you, but then I said it, but then
we'll give about like 28 million by
about 28 million. Okay, so you're saying that they can make a jump to and listen. See, let's put this in perspective for a second, right? When we say million, we're not talking about 100 people. We're talking about 1 million. I mean, that's a lot of damn people. So if they jump up, being at 21 million, let's say that Jeff Grubb is right, 21 million people is not nothing to sneeze at. 18 million people is not nothing to sneeze at. There will be people that will try to tell you that 18 million and that people would love to have 18 million of anything, and they don't have 100 or 1,000. So that to me is really, really crazy to me. 18 million people subscribe to one thing or is playing with one thing, that is a lot of bread. That's a lot of money that they're making. So it's pretty amazing. So, all right. So what about you, PK? What is your thoughts, man? Do you think that Jeff Grubb is correct? Do you think that the guy from Take-Two was on to something? He knew something that we didn't know, or
they always know something we don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you take that side? Do you go with Jeff
Listen,
Grubb?
from what I know,
what's going on?
From what I know, and I can't talk. But
okay.
I'm pretty sure they got a lot to celebrate over there. That's all I can say. So, I would definitely listen to the people who are taking money for Game Pass over someone who's not any day. Okay.
All right.
I ain't about to slide over this. I'm about to go at Op. He been on a Pokemon journey forever, and he done forgot where he at. Let me tell you something. Early 2021, we had 2 games in the same month that was third-party large games to launch day and date in Game Pass. People said that was just an anomaly. It would never happen. It won't happen again. It's just. But here we are in September, when we are still dropping. October. I apologize. In this month, we have some of the biggest games still launching third party, like Back for Blood, in Game Pass, day and date, and we're still having this smoke. What game, man, do I gotta go and educate you on what is big? Are you kidding me?
Go ahead.
Are you kidding me? Matter of fact, not just Game Pass, this is a celebration. For the first time ever, Tales of Arise launched simultaneous on the Xbox platform along with this PlayStation platform. That's monumental. For the first time ever, King of the Fighters 15 will drop simultaneous on the Xbox platform along with his PlayStation brother. You don't understand how far it's taken to get them to this point where now the Asian market is starting to believe Amazon, the best-selling console in Amazon in Japan, is what? Somebody tell me in the chat. It's not Nintendo Switch. It's not PlayStation 5.
Is it the Series S?
It's the Series S.
Yay! I get a cookie.
So it took a minute to get to this point. And it's not just those games, but if you look at Game Pass in the last 3 months, I wish they get rid of that whole over 100 games. Because let's be honest, bro.
Oh man, it is well over 100.
I have sat here.
Is it like 4? Is it close to 400 games?
Yes, it's over 300. And I'm sitting there like, yo, I just 1,000 Hades. That is indie game of the year last year. Game Pass, right? Right? You ain't talking. We just got Marvel Avengers. You don't think that's a big one? Yes. A lot of people might not have tried it, but now it's on Game Pass.
They're gonna try it now.
That is gonna definitely give more life to the game.
Where's the Game Pass girl? Let me get the Game Pass girl out here. Continue, please.
And I'm not trying to sell it, but I just want to say, look, brother, I know you've been gone for a minute. No. But when you come back and you blink your eyes, there's going to be a lot of stuff just sitting there, cuz you ain't going to know what to do with. Let me tell you, my backlog is so much. And remember, I'm just telling you, a lot of people in the chat, I'm going to be honest, I spend more time on my PC than I do any other platform.
Hold on. Stop the rant right there, bro. You just disqualify yourself, bro.
Let me finish. But what I'm telling you is, if I sit there and I have a backlog on my Xbox, and I still get average of 15 to 20,000 gamer score a month, you should know by now. I'm telling you now, I have Life is Strange right now in queue. I still got at least 25 games right now I have not touched. Stop it. But what I'm saying is, if you've seen how exciting the Asian market is when it comes to the Game Pass subscription, the X Cloud. How many more games can we play on the go now?
Oh, shit ton.
Where are we at? And look, the quality of playing online is where? Is it like the NVIDIA solution? Is it like the Amazon solution, if anybody knows what that's like? Or is it like the Stadia solution? Or better yet, is it like the PlayStation solution?
Oh.
I don't think it can be rivaled right now.
The PlayStation solution might need a little bit of milk. Go ahead.
Hey, yo, let me just say, man, there's so much stuff right now. Hey, I just installed, bro. What is this? Astria Ascending Fire, right? Come on, man. Never touched an Xbox console.
Right.
Here we are finally getting this support. Finally. And all I'm saying is, yes, these are bangers.
And when that Final Fantasy VII Remake drops on the Xbox, baby!
Yo, it may not be for you because you haven't tried it yet. Or it might not be your type of game. But best believe it has a following.
I'll have to wait another year or two, but that's all right.
And on top of that, with that being said, because of how niche some games might seem, the reason why there's more third parties coming to the platform is because they're finding success.
Yes.
And that's a big deal. And that means the competition is going to have to step up and start trying to make this matter where you play. Even if you don't have none of these platforms, if you sub, that's money, cuz. That's what I'm trying to say. For the amount of subscriptions, I definitely say, especially after the offering of the past months, it damn sure has been increasing. And like I said, I've seen some stuff that points to it's probably true. I can't say more than that, but what I say is it is a celebration, man. That is growth to say that there will be more coming down the pipe, and the competition, like the what Sony is doing, and we ain't talking about Sony is now pushing their content on PC. So for those who don't want to see God of War on PC, it's happening. For those who don't want to see PS Now on PC, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is where we're going. So it is going to be a thing going forward. And I don't know where it's going to be, but that's where we're going. So it's like you got to accept it and embrace it. Understand that the whole point, what makes the whole Game Pass thing value, because every game ain't for you, but it gives everyone else a chance to play something they probably wouldn't have tried. I played Maneater, cuz I didn't even want to touch that game. But I ended
Did you like Maneater?
And the DLC. Yes, it's
did
fun
you like
as
it?
hell.
I was watching Bloody play it when he was streaming it, and I was like, what? I want to get it, but I was like,
I ended up buying that and the DLC because it's fun.
Well,
it's fun.
It's like stupid fun too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's what I noticed. Yeah,
it's got a corny storyline, but it's funny and it's fun. Right. And that's what I'm saying. I would have never gave that game a try. I ended up buying it.
Yeah, no, I was not going to pay the money for the game, and then I was like, man, it looks really fun. But then when I seen it went on Game Pass, I did install it. But again, there's so many other games that I've been playing. Because once I seen Octopath Traveler, I was like, oh snap, I got to play this, and started playing it, fell in love with it, and then of course there comes Outriders, here comes
yes,
the Ascension, and all the rest of these hot ass titles. Oh man.
Remember when I said, KMEGA, when we talked about it before, there was a glitch on, like, this is before we knew about MLB, the show. It was a glitch on the store where it said MLB show coming to Game Pass. We thought it was good. We screenshot it and everything.
Yeah.
And then it went down. But it ended up being true.
Right. So
what I'm trying to say, when there's smoke, there's fire. Yo, I'm just saying, there's a lot to it, and no, we're gonna find out at some point. And there's a super chat there. I'm gonna let you get that, KMEGA. I just want to say that this is a great time to be a gamer. 2021.
Question for the
Yeah, go ahead.
salesman.
Go ahead.
Are you paid by commission or by contract?
Oh!
For me,
Yes, sir.
you just get that smoke for free, cuz. That's how it works around here.
Oh man. Okay, let me get that super chat. And we gotta get these thoughts about it, but I gotta understand what Op meant about that. Okay. Clutchman01, he says it is true that the XB1 games will be able to use GamePass cloud streaming to play upcoming games at a better graphical fidelity than their consoles. That is nuts. That to come to think about it,
no, he's asking a question.
He's asking.
Oh no! He said, "Is it true?" Yes,
Yes.
It is true. It is very true. Matter of fact, there should be an update coming normally because if you got the alpha or the preview,
yep.
We get this stuff early. I got it. I got it earlier this week. And right when you look at your games now, you'll see it to where, whenever you get the update, I don't know if you're signed to the insiders or not, but once you look at it, there is a little tab right there to say you can install the game into your hard drive, or you can play it right now off of the cloud. And that is for a brand new game. Nope, straight up. Yep, it's right there. It's right there. So whenever you guys get the new update, you will see
probably a month.
Yeah, probably within a month. And then what you'll see that right there is that it'll have two different tabs. It'll have it to where you can just install it right into your hard drive, or you can just play it through the cloud. So it is true. And that, Mr. Clutch, I thought you was over here saying like, but he was asking the question. Yes, the question is a big yes. And that is something that we have never seen in gaming before to this level, especially because this is one thing that I said many moons ago, is that Xbox is trying to get out of the space of what console, of how we project consoles. They want to be more like PC. And if you remember, there was all these speculations. And I mean, I was all part of it too, because we were trying to figure out how would they try to do it? Like, would they remember the rumors that there were probably might be parts that you can take out of the Series X and the S, and then put in new parts that will come in probably a year or two down the line for an upgrade. Well, that's not happened. That's because the console is powerful enough, and then of course with all the other like features that they're going to be adding, all this new tech that they'll be adding to these consoles, it's not even needed. So instead of that, they're using the cloud to do the PC thing, to where people can buy an old Xbox One fat and still get high quality visuals and get good and play the newer games. It's all they need is just a good internet connection. That's it. So it is. xCloud is an amazing thing. I knew it when we seen it for the very first time at E3. And now to see how it's really taken off and doing the things that it's doing, it's amazing. So, D, so what is your thoughts about this? I mean, do you agree with PK on this? Do you think that there's smoke, there's fire? Are you on the other side with Op thinking like, Jeff Grubb could be right, like they're not at 30 yet, and basically, it's doing good, but it's not that successful. Where you stand on this situation?
I'm kind of in the middle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that the Take-Two dude was like, "Yeah, we got 30 million," first of all, I thought it was shady because only because I have a long memory, and when he was asked about Grand Theft 5, when he was being interviewed, he was like, "I'm not talking about numbers." So for him, just be like, "So Phil, now that we're live in front of everybody, are you at 30?" I was like, "Whoa," because you ain't like that shit when the new people did it to you. But whatever. I'm not sure where the number is. I think it very well could be next to 30. I think it's close to 30. But after Thursday, My initial thought on the actual number is if it's not at 30, with all the countries they just added to have access, it's going to be there.
Oh,
One thing with I hate to say it, but being in America, subconsciously I feel like sometimes some of us can have main character syndrome, where, no pun intended, where when people think about, oh, it's not 30 million, there's not enough people, I'm like, we're in America, we are one country. There are plenty of other countries that have access to what we're referring to. So when they're talking about numbers and how many subs they have, they're not saying like it's an American-based company, but it's not just the U.S. This is Mexico. They just added China. Eastern Asia, like all these places that people have access. Brazil just got it. Like these are not, no shade to smaller countries, but those are major as far as populations are concerned. Those are huge places to add it to. Basically, and he didn't say like, oh, we're now selling the system. He's saying we have cloud gaming in those places. So wherever you are, whether you're traveling, you're at home, wherever you are within those countries, they're adding those locations to be included in the service. So if they're not at the 30 line mark, they're going to get there relatively quickly. Because I want to say it just became available today. I want to say, because they were saying, starting tomorrow, Brazil, Mexico, I think Japan, I'm not sure. And they showed a great display of like what that actually means for other people, on the go, at the cafe, on the train, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, when I heard 30, it made sense. It wasn't like a ridiculous number to the point where I questioned it. Like if they said 100 million, I'd be like, whoa, what are you talking about? But 30 to me was so plausible. I really didn't think twice about it. So I kind of can go either way. I think, that's a really random number for him to come up with, as far as it not being true. Maybe he knows something and kind of just was being messy. I don't really follow when influencers, quote unquote, are like, yeah, Microsoft's doing this and it's this number, because sometimes they're just flat out wrong. They get the clicks, they get the views, they get all that. So I think they're well on their way. And like PK was saying, with the holidays about to come up, all these games that are about to come out, Black Friday and the holiday time is coming. And I'm telling you, there are parents and family members who don't know, let's be clear, they don't know what the hell they're buying. But for, the Targets of the country, the Walmarts, the GameStops, especially if you've worked retail, the basket solutions are gonna be insane for Xbox, because they can, I don't know if you guys ever work retail, but people come in holiday time, especially before Christmas, it's like, yo, I got a little nephew, I got a little niece, I don't know what to get her. They can instantly be like, yeah, they want the Xbox, but we don't have it, but here's a controller, here's Game Pass, here's a subscription, here's, Xbox Live Card, like all of those things. And now they spent maybe $100, and whoever they're purchasing for can have the same experience as a console owner because they can use Game Pass streaming. So I think they're going to hit it fairly quickly. I think January, quarter one, there's definitely going to be some talkings and rumblings about a definitive number, especially with opening up to those countries.
Yeah. You said okay, so Yobi he said he missed something from the clip. He said, dude said, are we? And he says, we, does that mean they are in business together? Well, I mean, of course they're in business together. But the thing of it is what PK said, and what I agree with 100% is that, and I got a big shout out to my boy Predator, because he made a point, like, like just like what you was alluding to, D, was that, dude could have been trying to be a dick and just try to call shades, and got Phil kind of pissed off, and then they like cut it off. But even with that, there's two points to this, and I can't take credit for it because Fred brought it up and it made me like, whoa, hold on, I'm gonna start doing some. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into this. Is that when you see Phil at the doing an interview, he's doing it mostly by himself or with somebody that's a part of the Xbox team. He never does an interview with, let's say, somebody that, I've never seen him do an interview like that with another person. Now, maybe later on down the line before Phil was, before he was head of Xbox. But if you go back and you look at the history for the last 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years, you have not seen Fields with somebody else talking about Xbox unless it was with somebody from the Xbox team. And that was odd in its
shade.
And that is what's odd. Plus the fact that dude said we, and Phil got red as a beet. Like, I've never seen him like that. Like, I've seen him get some answers. Like, I remember the Middle Eastern guy. I forget what his name was. He asked Phil a really tough question when it was talking about games, right? Like, and about the lack of games and things like that, and about VR. And Phil got caught, and Phil gave that look like, oh shit, well, let me be quick. But Phil gave that look like, oh Lord, well, he got me with something. And he had to be quick with it. But Phil was still quick. But Phil was red. Like, yo, like, bro, like, it's either, yo, why are you opening your mouth about this already and letting people know? Because we want to hit them with the kablooah blast. Because we don't want to sit here and tell them that we at 30 million right now, and then by the time that we get Forza and Halo, we'll be at 40. You know what I'm saying? So, or 35 or more. Or he's like, yo, you being really disrespectful. No, man. And maybe you being too messy, and then there was an argument afterwards, and then Yahoo was like, no, this shit is too messy. We can't. No, we got to cut this. Or Phil sat there and went to Microsoft, and Microsoft, yeah, y'all breaching whatever, and they had to shut it down, like the ATF. Now, that's one or two. That's one or two reasons behind that. Because there's nothing we've ever seen where Phil has been talking with somebody else like that. And the fact that they took the video away. And anytime that, just like PK said, when they take the video away, that usually means something in that is the truth. It never fails. Remember when there was stuff that was going on about Activision. There was the stuff that came out about Mixer. There was the stuff that came out about just anything in particular. Like The Last of Us 2, when that rumor started coming out, what happened? Videos start getting flagged, and Sony was like, nope, we're shutting down The Last of Us 2 indefinitely. When other stuff started coming, when the Activision stuff started running, they started flagging videos, and next thing you know, there was a lawsuit. So there's something here. I don't know which one it is, but there is something there. And again, I know that everybody's in the talk of acquisitions and all that crazy stuff. And I know that it gets tiring to some, but I think to us it's fun because, we do the podcasting thing. But what if there's some kind of negotiation? I mean, look, and easily Xbox could purchase them if Take-Two was willing to be purchased. And then come to find out yesterday, I thought Take-Two was in good shape, but financially they're not. So there's a whole bunch of scenarios that's going on. So when Xbox went ahead and bought their own money, when they made that big investments for $60 to $80 billion, Xbox can fuck around and try to get Take-Two, WB, and CD Projekt Red all in one sitting, and Sega. All in one setting.
See, now if that happens, I think they will really become the villains of the story at that point.
They could do it. They say, look, Tencent, you want to be hot shit? Hold my beer. Oh, Embers Group, you want to buy another 150 studios? Hold my beer. Sony, you want to be cute with all this shit with exclusives? Hold my beer. I will let you know who is the juggernaut in this business. Listen, do I think that that's going to happen? No. in a crazy scenario in the multiverse, hell yeah, Microsoft could be on there for well, I mean, because I love this what if stuff. So
I know.
Yeah, I do.
But I would rather Microsoft versus Tencent or Amazon at this point of acquiring those studios at this point, because we know Amazon right now is a little shaky. They just launched their MMO. It's gonna be a little rough in the beginning. We all expected it at this point. So them going forward, I'm not sure if they will actually stick around long enough to actually put a foothold in the gaming industry right now. So if Amazon acquires studios,
sorry about the
spam.
The spam.
I'm sorry, but I got to tell you, Halo Infinite looks great.
Halo Infinite is fantastic, man. It's really good. So we only got 30 more minutes before we got to get out of here. So, I don't know. But what do you think? So why do you think that D and PK should are getting paid by Microsoft? Do you think they was just laying it on too thick?
Hold on.
Well, specifically PK and all.
PK, not D. Okay, all right. I just kind of threw it in there because she was ready for the phone. But okay, so so I mean, so what?
I don't disagree with PK because he made a lot of good points. They made a lot of great milestones in Game Pass right now, especially bringing more Eastern games over to this point. My only thing is with those certain games is I'm looking at their past, I guess, their past traction against what they made of those games at this point. I don't know off the top of my head, but it gets a while against PK. You can correct me on this at this point, but like I don't remember them being, maybe the biggest attention grabbers or biggest sellers in those franchises as well at this point. So I'm thinking when they come over Game Pass, they'll probably do around the same numbers, maybe even double or triple what they usually do, versus not being Game Pass at this point. That's what I'm thinking when those bigger Eastern games come to Game Pass. That's what I'm thinking about those specifically. The other games, like you mentioned them, which was one of them? Was MLB The Show. That's a big one as well. We can't slouch on that. Was Outriders this year or was it last year? I can't remember.
This year.
This year.
Okay, so
that's what I just said. This man right here, he been gone too long.
Yeah, that's my defense. I said I was been gone for a while. I just, in my mind, I can't. I haven't seen much of really pushing the.
Get him, Yobi.
Said it could be superhero central at this point. It's bigger than what I can see at this point. They could be making more moves that I could really see, or they could make a bigger impact that I could see at this point in time. But just how I see it right now, I just don't see it. So I would trust Jeff Grubb on this instance. I'll say if it's around 20 million, that's probably where it is.
And other Zeke,
but at the same time, you make a really good counterclaim.
Yeah, he made a good counterclaim
right now. Yeah, how they're acting right now, it could lead the other way. It could lead credence to, I guess they're actually playing for something bigger,
right?
Because they deleted the video, they're trying to be real hush about it right now. They're trying to save all the cards, so when they want to reveal it for themselves. So I don't know. At this point, it's a toss up.
Hey man, thank you. Thanks a lot, Transformer. Oh man, I can't even say all that. I'm just gonna say
transformational.
Thank you, gaming. Thank you. Let me be country.
Lord.
And I'm not even drinking. Jesus Christ, that boy, I could imagine if I was drinking, if I said that, if I was trying to say, okay, so. But thank you so much. You enjoying the gameplay. Matter of fact, you're seeing Scarlet Nexus right here, some gameplay. I love that game. The first person I played with was Kasumi, or Kasani, and I played with Yubito. They both have different stories. Now they will be in the same type of setting, but they have their own different story, and they also have their own crew. So it's really cool until towards, well, I can't tell you anything else. But the story, it starts off kind of like any average Japanese title. It kind of starts off slow. You don't know what the hell is going on, and then all of a sudden that story just starts ripping, and it's really good. Big shout out to Namco Bandai for that, man. I really like that. And matter of fact, I also see them. I don't know if that was real or not, that they're changing their logo, and their logo looks real plain. Like, man, it doesn't look all that great. But anyway, but yeah, I got Scarlet Nexus day one too. I mean, I was all hyped about it. My theory on it was, and I said this on RDX, I said this on here, I said this on next podcast, and Devin the Gamer as well, is that I knew that this game was going to come to Game Pass. I just thought it was going to come on the 24th on the ETH when the game came out. It was going to be day one on Game Pass because it was going to come after E3, but my projections on that was wrong. But I knew that it was going to eventually come to Game Pass, and it did. And another thing that people can look forward to is that if anything that has to do with their marketing, for the most part, those games end up on Game Pass. And so, I mean, you look at like Battlefield, they got the marketing on that. Battlefield's going to come to Game Pass maybe next year, but it will come to Game Pass because through the EA Play. And if you got Game Pass Ultimate, you got EA Play, so that game will be available. Also, there's other games that's going to be Judgment. I don't have any doubt now that Judgment's going to eventually come to Game Pass because now the Judgment games is coming. The Yakuza games is doing really well on Xbox. If there's any Japanese games that's doing really well, Yakuza is one of them, and I think Judgment's going to do well as well. So, I say as well also.
Also, Persona is having the anniversary, Persona 5, and they're supposed to be announcing.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh,
okay.
Okay. I thought it was me too. I'm like, uh-oh. Look like
there he goes.
Look like he's gone. He's withered away. Oh. He was
Me?
talking. Oh yeah. We didn't hear the last part that you said. There you go. You're back.
I was just saying since it's Persona 5 anniversary, Sega's supposed to announce something this weekend as well for the Persona series, something big. So we got to tomorrow. See what that looks like. We don't know what that looks like. I'm just saying it's a big something happening, right?
Yeah.
Not just Yakuza. I mean, PSO New Genesis is only on Xbox.
It is.
And it has done well.
It's done very well, yes.
So Sega has a good relationship over here.
Yes, they do.
Just FYI, I know a lot of people may not see those things.
And they say Xbox gamers don't support Japanese games. Yeah, okay. So I think that there are some games absolutely that Xbox. But again, I will say this. The old mantra of what people used to talk about on social media and, content creators, there are a lot of people that were part of Xbox, at the time. They were adamant about their disdain for Japanese titles. We all know that was a load of shit because now we see that that's what they praise is a Japanese company with Japanese games, which I've always felt like Japanese games is very important to be a part of Xbox ecosystem. You don't have to like every Japanese game. That's not what I'm saying. Just like you don't have to like every Western game, but to segregate a console because it's an American console, the American console, it's asinine. It's absolutely ridiculous. It just makes no sense. If you start playing games anytime in the 70s through till now, you have played and enjoyed a Japanese title at some point in time in your life. If that goes back all the way back to like Dig Dug or Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man or Galaga, Centipede, Hubert, Rygar, Russian Attack. I mean, the list goes on. Metal Gear Solid, or we'll just say just Metal Gear, any Castlevania, then damn it, you loved a Japanese game because they were made by Japanese companies. And so therefore, you're capping for no reason. And I hated when there was Xbox gamers that would bring that up because it's kind of like, why are you trying to make this out to be an American Japanese thing? This is just different. This is just gaming. If you're not into that genre, you're just not into that genre. But I guarantee you, there's some games in that genre that there's games that the Japanese can make, or the Europeans can make, or whatever that can make, and you can like that game. You might not like that type of genre. Like there's people that don't like fighting games, but they will play Mortal Kombat. I get that, but let's not do that. And so now, as we see that these people that were on that gravy train, saying and spewing all that filth, is now over there loving Japanese games. I hope people can really see that and stop saying all that crazy stuff, because that the 360 and the OG Xbox, that's when they were at their strength, is when they had everything. They had a smorgasbord of different games to play. And that's where the Xbox has to go to. They can't be like what they were with the Xbox One. Did I enjoy the Xbox One? Absolutely. But the problem is that they were lackluster when it came to a lot of different type of genres of games. They didn't have enough hack and slash. They didn't have enough fighters. The list goes on. So, all right. Which topic do you want to talk about here next? Is it the GTA Trilogy, or do you want to talk about TGS, since we was over here just talking about TGS? And what did you guys think about that if you watched it? I know that PK did. So which one do you want to jump on to next? TGS?
Yeah, GTA.
All right.
I gotta talk my shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, GTA. Oh, you said GTA. Okay, so go ahead. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So, GTA, we will talk about GTA. Okay, so and I'm gonna let you run with this. So you hit me up and saying that there was rumors about a GTA trilogy dropping. Where did this information come from, and how do you feel about that if that's going to happen?
Okay, so there is the sleuths. I'm gonna call them the internet sleuths.
Okay.
Have that's not. I mean, they be discovering stuff that I just be oblivious to. The sleuths have discovered that the GTA remastered trilogy, or however it's worded, you know how that go,
right?
Has been listed or rated one of those verbs in Korea. So of course, a lot of the news outlets are like, yo, it's imminent. We just need confirmation from Rockstar that this is coming out. You know, everybody and their mother is writing an article about the possibility of a GTA trilogy. And by trilogy, they're saying it's going to be the PS2 era. So Grand Theft 3, Vice City, and San Andreas in one nice little package that allegedly is in the works. And I mean, to be honest, when I first heard about it a couple of weeks ago, because it's been a while. If we're in October, it's been at least a month. Because pretty much anytime a Grand Theft comes out, with the exception of 5, because I'm not buying it again, I've purchased it. I'm buying it. I've been playing since PS2. I buy it. However, the more that I thought about it and kind of looked at the history of what Rockstar has been doing, I personally don't want it. If people who haven't played them, because there are some people on my timeline that are like, I never played Grand Theft 3. I was like 4. I'm like, damn, I'm old. But, those people, they played the newer ones, so they want to play the old ones. But I just have concerns because if anybody remembers back in 2014 when Rockstar was like, yeah, we're bringing the remastered version of San Andreas to 360, I was hype as shit. Somehow, some way, I got it for like $3, and it was like $3.74. It was one of the, I think, because I had the original Xbox version of San Andreas, they gave me some kind of something, and I got it for $3, and I was so disappointed. It's the iOS port, and it basically plays like a mobile game. The music was messed up. There was just so many issues with it. I haven't even beaten it. I haven't played it to this day. There's no vibration because it's an iOS port. And I was having a conversation with people on Twitter, and I'm just like, we've had this discussion. People, like you were saying about backwards compatibility, people were like, you don't need it. New system, new games, blah, blah, blah. And now the tune has changed. I asked people like, yo, when it comes to these games that you guys want remasters of, are you saying you want a remaster because you can't currently play it? Or do you just want a graphics boost? Because if you can play the game now, why pay the extra money?
People are like, no. To be like Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
Is that not like a remake though? Did they not rebuild from the ground up or no?
Yeah, that's a remake. Yeah, the remaster is just
the remaster. Graphics, yeah. Because listen, I've seen so many people like, oh, I want Red Dead 1 remastered. I'm like, but you can play that now. Why do you want to pay for the game you already have? So my concern is this. I'm gonna keep it succinct. Grand Theft Auto is a game that has so many licenses when it comes to music. If they touch it, that's gonna kill it for me. I'm sorry. Like, you have to think about all of those people that they have to go back and license it. People don't really realize Grand Theft 4 from 2008, some of the music expired and they patched it because they couldn't have that music on there anymore, and they patched it. So that game is from 2008. Grand Theft 3 is turning 20 years old this year. Then the other concern is, if you guys have played the game, 8 Ball in that game, what if his family is like, nah, we don't want you using his likeness. So, you can't do it. If they do Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, what's the deal with the voice actor for CJ, Young Melee? Because he's pissed with them too. Come to think of it, Rockstar, they kind of piss off their voice actors. Michael Hollick is pissed off because he only got paid $100,000 to do Nico. So, there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to.
Oh, they came like a fat rat off of that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, how are they going to do it? Are they going to change things? Are they going to take certain scenes out? Because I hate to say it, but if you play Grand Theft 3, Vice, or San Andreas, some of the subject matter and some of the imagery they could not do today. Even Grand Theft 5 kind of pushed it, and that was 2013.
Right.
I'm specifically thinking about
no going through the butt shoot in the very beginning of the game. With the very first quest, you remember when old dude was over there smashing old girl? The camera dude, the dude wanted you to film the actress. That was the very first story in the game.
That was interesting.
Right, and that made me think about because that was the last game that I stood in line for, which is the same thing. Was Grand Theft Auto 5, back in 2013, and it was 2013. It was 2012 or 2013. I think it was 2013, and that was the last game, and it's kind of sad because I do miss those intimate moments, because that just showed all different types of gamers, but I remember this mom brought her 13-year-old, well, I think it was like 12 or 13, because he said his age. To somebody that was in the line, and because somebody was asking, like, "Hey, don't you got to have school?" He's like, "My mom told me that I don't have to go to school tomorrow because I've been really anticipating this game," and blah 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 blah. And then they asked how old it was, and he was like 12 or 13.
It must be 12 because you already said 12. It has to be 12, but the year was 2013. It has to be 12.
Right. Yeah. So that dude. Right at that very beginning of the very first mission. You drive up, and then that dude says, "Hey, I need a favor. Can you take some pictures for me?" And you sneak into that backyard, and then it's kind of like, I guess she's like the Lindsay Lohan type of character. And then next thing you know,
the strangers and freaks. Yeah,
she gets.
It's smashed. One of those.
Yeah,
and it was. Even with San Andreas, the first one that I thought of was, what is that mission? There's a mission where you're with Ryder as CJ, and you go into the baller's crack house, and the baller dude is in the back, doing some things. And I'm like, they could not release it. Because I want to say, when San Andreas got re-released as a greatest hits for PS2, they took that out.
Oh yeah, they took off what was it? Hot coffee? They took that out.
They took the hot coffee out. They took out one of the car mechanic shops in the Vegas part. Like, they had to change it when they re-released it. So I don't know. I hope it's, if they do it, it's going to cost them a lot of money, or they're going to have to make changes. You know what I mean? So it's weird. And for Take-Two, now that you said that Take-Two is not doing all that well financially, it kind of makes sense, because they're about to release Grand Theft 5 for the third time next year. Then there are rumors they're doing, Grand Theft Trilogy, potentially, allegedly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being kind of a stickler as a longtime Grand Theft fan. But I've seen remasters where they're like, yeah, we remastered it so you can play it. And the remaster, there were issues, there were glitches that had to be patched, whereas the original work didn't have that. The game was final at its release. So it's just like, if you really want to play it in its purest form, you can just buy it and play it today on PS5. You can play these exact same games on PS5 right now. So
that is true.
That's just my thought on it.
That's true. Just me. Yeah, because I think the tuners, the tuners expansion or whatever, you can play it, but I think it's only on PlayStation. Because I got it for free through Amazon, but I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. So, but I probably could play it on my PlayStation 4. So I probably could do that.
What tuners? What are you talking about?
It's called something tuners. It's a different storyline to where you tune up cars and you're going through a different
Grand Theft 5 online?
Yep, Grand Theft 5 online. It's a dude that looks kind of like Ludacris a little bit because he has an afro, wear glasses and stuff. Yeah.
They release it like the Grand Theft Online stuff gets released for both systems.
Okay.
So Xbox does have it.
Oh, okay.
And they are milking that cow. Good Lord.
They're gonna keep milking it, but I'm not gonna spend the money for another Grand Theft Auto. I did it twice. I'm not doing it again.
I can't. Twice.
Do it. Yeah. Well, because I bought it for the 360.
You better. You're better than me.
This is before I got the Xbox One. That was the last. That's what I'm saying. That was the last time I stood in line. But yeah.
No, I mean you're better than me because I bought it more than twice.
There's people that buy it all the damn time, and I didn't understand why. But once people told me about those shark cards, and they was saying that they could spend less money. Like if you buy the $20, because this game is like $20, $30 and you get like 1 million shark cards or something like that, it's better to buy the game than to spend DLC to get up a lot of it. So I was like, so that makes sense. But it's crazy.
That makes sense because they released the game with like the Enterprise Pack, and the Enterprise Pack comes with currency.
Mm-hmm.
So buying it with the Enterprise Pack was less than buying the game by itself.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
And that makes sense with the numbers.
And that's why their numbers is so ridiculously they're the number one selling game, sold game of all time.
Okay, now I feel better because I literally purchased Grand Theft 5. Well, at this point with new systems I haven't, but every system it came on, I bought it. PS4, I had to buy it 3 or 4 times because the disc kept getting stolen. So I was like, maybe I misplaced it, and I bought it again. Then it got stolen again, and I was just like, I think my shit's getting stolen. So then I bought it digitally. I bought it on PS3, bought it on 360. Then I bought it on Xbox One. Then I bought it on PS4. So and I bought it on PC for somebody else. So
Take Two is over here saying,
"Give me your fucking money."
Facts. I'm not buying that shit again.
Wow.
I bought it so many times.
Wow.
That's why I was like, damn, twice? You better than me because my dumb ass bought it.
I feel abused because I spent a lot of money on VC for the last couple of weeks, man. For the last 2 weeks. I've lost my damn mind buying VC because I want them tight ass. I want them Kobe's. I want those new J's. I want that Thunder jacket, and then of course I want to get my player up. So I was spending that because I haven't been so caught up into my player like this ever. Not to where I'm spending money like I have. And so that's crazy. I know I spent about like $60-$70. That's ridiculous.
Are you at least doing the reward so you can get a relief of these?
Well, I got 2K. I got 2K22 for like $26 through the rewards. So I don't feel so bad, but I know why people buy the $100 version of NBA 2K because I haven't been playing my player like that because you get 100,000 VC. And so if you buy the $100 version and then you buy another $20 version of VC, then you should have enough to where your player is well equipped enough to do any and everything that it needs to. And then you can recoup a lot of VC through the game, through in-game currency. But if you just start out from zero playing the standard edition, and then you go out there and you jump into the park or you go into the rec center or you go and play online with other people or even with my my team, nah, bruh. Nah, bro. It's not even funny how they do you. In the park, they were doing me dirty until I said, "Oh no, I can't be getting dusted like this." So I went ahead and I had to spend the change, man. I sit there and got me a 50 spot, and I was like, "All right, so let's build this character." And then the character that I built, because I was so far behind, I didn't know how to. My character was a slasher, which he dunked on fools, but he didn't know how to shoot no threes. And, everybody shoots threes. So I had to make another character to where I can shoot threes. And so, yeah, I was caught.
Is this an RPG or a basketball game? What are you talking about?
It's both. It's really
is
deep.
It?
Yeah,
Is it?
You would love it. I think you would love it.
No, I wouldn't.
I just did a rap session with the game. You know what I'm saying? I had
what?
Yeah, a rap session with the game. The rap of the game.
Lord have mercy.
And I took selfies with what's the guy from the State Farms guy, the black dude? You know what I'm saying?
Jake from State Farms?
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
They doing it all. They doing it big on 2K.
You can't just play basketball anymore. You got
you can do that. You can just
build a bear character. What is this?
You can do that, but it is.
It don't sound like it. You just said no. Y'all heard it. You just said you couldn't have your guy out here.
Well, I couldn't get when I'm going out there in the park. No, them dudes is embarrassing. That's like if you really out in the park trying to ball and dudes know that you can't play. You're gonna get called. Like I had like 4 or 5 messages, just disrespect. Like I'm so glad that we lost because you ain't on my team. That made me feel some kind of way. I'm like, I'm like, all right, yeah. That made me feel some kind of way. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got like 6 assists. I know I ain't got no points, but I couldn't shoot. That's all right though. I can shoot now. You know what I'm saying? So I can shoot now. I can play the game now. I can play. All right, man. Let me stop.
We're gonna do an adventure for you.
We gotta get the hell out of here. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Mega, I got to reboot. I ain't even gonna be able to sign out. I'm having a problem.
Sign out.
I think it's a driver update after trying to play Halo. Is compatibility.
Oh, would you still have a couple of hours? You got a couple of hours before it goes out. So
I know, but my PC needs a reboot. I got to drop. Okay. Hey, I'll just say a quick sign out. Hey, catch me GRG every Friday, and then definitely see me tomorrow on Dragon's Den. Anyways, thanks guys for coming out. Thanks everyone in chat for coming to support. You guys are awesome and amazing. Definitely loyal gamers out there, very passionate. Thanks for the panel members coming through. Thank you for Op for coming out of the bushes and probably got a beard and some underarm hair to shave, but glad to have you here. Catch you guys next time. I do gotta bounce, but I'll catch you guys later. Thanks, guys.
See you later. That was his wife saying, "Get his ass off of that damn. Get your ass off of that." Exactly. That was what that was. But anyway, all right, cool. Well, we better get out of here anyway. Henosis. He says, sliding in. Great work. xCloud is now out. You know what I'm saying? In Australia, it works great. P.S. Tell Bloody.
Yes.
Al. See, you did this on purpose, didn't you, Henosis? Centennium Files, I think that's how you say it. It's out on GamePass. Looks cool. It does look pretty cool. I did download it, but I haven't seen anything. Just like Tales of Arise, I got Arise looking dead at me right now, and I haven't even booted it up. That's just telling you how much I'm, you know what I'm saying? But I did pick up that Melty Blood, start playing a little bit of that. Hey, Dragonheart Yobi, that game plays flawless. That game plays so damn good. It reminds you a lot of Persona, of the Persona fighter that we've played, but just amazing of how well the connection and just the reactions. There is no lag whatsoever. If you hit the button's going to work, man, and it's just so buttery smooth. Godly. Melty Blood, Type Lumina, 2D fighter, Japanese title. The fighters are coming back to Xbox. It makes me a little bit excited. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say something else, but I forgot we got a lady on the show. All right, so. What's happening?
Nothing. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
What'd you say? What?
Nah, talk your shit.
To bust.
Talk your shit. You got your Halo.
Yeah, I got my Halo. All right. So anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do you have anything that you want to say about TGS before we get the hell out of here, or about GTA Trilogy?
GTA series. I hope it burns in the fire. TGS, I didn't see it unfortunately, so I can't really speak on it.
Okay. All right. So, can you say that one more time? What you just said about GTA?
Oh yeah, I hope it burns in the fire. I could care less for that series. I'm sorry.
Send that shit to Hades.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That means we're going to get the hell out of here so I can play some Halo. I will be streaming. I do have another channel. I will get it. It is up, but it's I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm going to start doing that. The other channel is KMEGA 405 doing it live. And it's going to just be me just doing nothing but just streams over there. But since I don't have all the stuff set up there yet, I'm going to stream some Halo tonight on here. So I hope you guys can stick around here within the next 30 minutes or so. So thank you so much. Get Big Team Battle. Come join us if you want to. You know what I'm saying? The invite is there. We're going to be looking forward to it. It's going to be me and Don and whoever else is going to be with Don. Probably could be Fred or Xbot 448, whoever. I don't know. But my boy, One Bad Mother, D, you always invited. Go boot it up. You know what I'm saying? Go move some around. Matter of fact, just delete that Grand Theft Auto, man. You know what I'm
saying? No, listen, I've already had my come to Jesus moment. There is no space on this here hard drive. I'm gonna make it work. Oh wow, disrespectful. Wow, my plight. Wow.
Okay. All right.
Struggle. It's okay though.
No, it's okay.
I'm not hurt.
No, don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. I just want to play some games with you.
I feel you. Well, you ain't jumped in gear, but you see me out here.
Okay, I will jump in on some gears. I promise people that I'm going to be jumping in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I even had dealers say, you know what, Megan, you're a selfish bastard because I come to you, I send you invites, hey, you don't even come into the party with me. Why you don't come and hit me up? And I'm just bad like that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't like to bother people. I am an only child. And so I kind of have fun within my own self because, as a child, you get to talk to yourself and get to play the games, and just, you ain't got nobody else to talk to. So you have to entertain yourself. So, that's what I do. But I don't feel like I'm bothering people if I just hop into parties and stuff. But I got to do better. You know what I'm saying? King David, all the rest of them, like, man, hey, come into the damn party and say what's up. Addict, all of them. So I got to start doing better. So I will definitely start jumping in. PK said the same thing to me last week. I got to do it. So, all right. So, no, D, where can they find you at? Op, you go last. D, where can they find you at?
I am on Twitter at Gingy's Mom, and I'm on Xbox and PlayStation for Kirby Titan, both locations. I'm on YouTube, Kwayane Haya. I'm in the chat right now. And
what did you say? What is that?
Kwayane Haya?
Oh. Tell me with this. All right, go ahead.
Please. And I'm barely on Twitch. Especially now with this bullshit promo pay them shit. But I am on Twitch at D Marie B here and there.
You got okay. The one thing when you do this stuff, you got to keep one name so people can. You got. Listen. You got Thumb Guatemala out here. Then you got
disrespectful.
Then you got.
I know you country, but damn. I know you country, but I need you to northern that shit up a bit, my dude.
Oh my God. Oh, did you hear that, Curie? Oh my God. Did you hear it disrespectful? Oh man. Listen, you gonna call me KMEGA, aka Dragons. All right. Anyway. Okay, so follow her on all those names. Say those names again so we can write these down.
Oh Lord. PlayStation, Kirby Titan. Yes. YouTube, Kwayane Haya. I'm in the chat. Twitch, D Marie B, as it sounds, just DEE Marie B, and on Twitter at Gingy's Mom. That's me. Gingy's my dog.
All right, and there you go. And then also don't forget her theme song.
The thing goes
Sir. And you are 4 minutes late. Sir.
Man, sounds like their own version, bro. Damn.
We out of here. All right. Good to have you back, man, after that long hiatus to travel the world, man. We still don't know your nationality. Are you going to tell us tonight?
That's fine. Never do I.
Damn, bro. What? Come on. So you went all over the world and you didn't, and you said you was trying to find yourself and you still don't know what your nationality.
Shit, bro.
Oh, man.
Let the man be international. What's that dude? The most interesting man in the world?
Yeah, that's
man with no nation.
The man with no nation.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Mystery.
Right.
James Bond.
Where can they find you at, Op? Good to have you back, brother.
You can find me on Twitter doing nothing. You can find me on GRG every Friday.
All right, man. Fantastic. All right, so the Halo stuff will be over with, so we'll definitely be bringing the guest in. So yeah. But anyway, it's Halo time. I hope everybody have a great weekend. No matter what you're playing, nobody can complain about no games dropping because there's so much out there right now to sink our teeth into. So, as gamers, we should be happy. We should be so happy and blessed to be in this time and era in gaming. Because I mean, damn, boy, it's a really good time. So, all right, guys.
Far Cry next week too. That shit crazy to me.
Damn, Far Cry is already coming out next week.
See? Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Because I was like, hold on now.
Damn.
Y'all was just talking about it.
Far Cry said, what?
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm like, what? Far Cry just came through the door. Oh, my God.
It's coming next week. And I was like, damn, my bad. Okay, I feel better now. I'm sorry. Wrap it up. I'm sorry.
All right, wrap it up. We out of here. Everybody have a good one. Until next week, man. We'll see you. And remember, okay, we're still in the pandemic, so there can't be no pants off, dance off. We'll get back to it. Peace.
All right. Bye.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.